Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Friday's meeting here from Fanny Bay, which will be the 29th of November. This will be the first of two successive Friday meetings in the Top End, with numerous Christmas parties coinciding with the race meetings. A 5-race card is up for decision this week, with some 38 acceptors and 9 jockeys in attendance. We also welcome back to the riding ranks the one and only Wayne Davis, who's been sidelined since early May with injury. WD has 3 rides on the program, and we wish him well for his comeback. The first of the 5 races is timed to jump at 2:35 p.m, while the last is scheduled for 5:09 p.m. In the opener, the Tab We're On Trobus Class 2 handicap over 1,200 metres. My numbers are 3, 4 and 1. Going here with number 3, Rhesus, trained by Phil Cole and Raymond Viger in the saddle. Probably unlucky not to win here at the last meeting held on the 16th of November. Finished second on that occasion and a fast closing second behind Debating. Just didn't quite get all favours in the run. That was its first start since the 20th of July. It should be improved. That was 1,000 metres. This is 1,200, so up in trip. I think he's got quite a bit of ability, Rhesus, and I think he'll be very, very hard to beat in the first. So 3 on top for me, ahead of 4. And that is Rebellious Hope, the stablemate, also trained by Phil Cole. Wayne Davis takes the mount here. Was a winner at its first Darwin start, 2 starts back, and then second last time out. That was behind Kessler. Looks to be a horse with ability, so I've got it in to run second, and I'm actually tipping Coley to train the trifecta. He has Bryce as my third selection, number 1. No rider at this stage confirmed for Bryce, but he was the last start winner on the 16th of November. That was over 1,200 metres. He was ridden on that occasion by Ray Viger. Just not sure who's going to ride on this occasion, but he will prove a good third stringer to what's a good card or good opening card on the 5-race card. So my numbers in the first are 3, 4 and 1. We go to the second, the Sky Racing handicap. This is the highest rated race of the day. It's the average benchmark. It's a benchmark 74, and it's over 1,200 metres as well. Only a 5-horse field to go around, but any of the 5 could win without causing any surprise. Settle on the numbers of 2, 5 and 1. Bond's Pride, number 2, was crowned the Tried Horse Sale Horse of the Year at the Top End Racing Awards last Friday. Trained by Jason Manning, Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. Arguably the most informed horse in the Top End, if not the whole territory. Just racing so well is Bond's Pride. He won the Tried Horse race on Cup Day, since had 2 starts for a second, and then a really good win here last time out over this trip of 1,200 metres and in a benchmark 76, so similar grade, and I think he'll be winning. Number 2, Bond's Pride on top for me. Ahead of 5, Mr. Cashman. Gary Clark trains, Stan Sakos aboard, drawn the inside gate. Had the 2 starts back after a long break. He was out for something like 11 months, or didn't have a run for 11 months, Mr. Cashman. But he's come back well with 2 good runs, a 4th and a 3rd behind Bond's Pride and Kerrioth respectively. And I think from that inside gate, he'll be right there when the whips are cracking. And then for 3rd, number 1, Seguso, his stablemate. Adam Nichols for Gary Clark. His last couple of runs have been good. This campaign, he finished 2nd to Siakam and then 3rd behind Shack Attack. Shack Attack is a stablemate who's in the race as well, but I just thought Seguso, off a little freshen up, might be very hard to beat. So numbers in the second are 2, 5 and 1. We go to the third. It's the Bet365 handicap, also over 1,200 metres, the last of our 3 1200s on the day. This is the 0 to 64 event. My numbers here are 5, 6 and 1. A fresh up runner for me, number 5, Motivated Miss, also trained by Jason Manning, as is Bond's Pride, and Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. 2 starts back on the 29th of June, and then down the track in the Fillies and Mares race here at Carnival time, the Rose Bowl. So he's had a good break since then. So first up, has good first up form. Did win a race here on the 25th of April. That was first up for something like 6 months. So that holds no fears, the first up effort, and pretty smart, I think, Motivated Miss is putting together a pretty good record. 5 on top for me, ahead of number 6, Star Spangled Dancer, racing well for Gary Clark, 2 good seconds at her last 2 starts. Jared Todd rides, 1 gate will help her as long as she jumps with the field. And then for 3rd, number 1, Disco Donut. Stan Sakos for Chris Pollard. Good run last time in stronger grade in 0 to 70 company. He was beaten on that occasion by Envenomate. That was back on Melbourne Cup Day, so he's had a bit of a break since racing, but I've got him right in the mix. Numbers in the third are 5, 6 and 1. We go to the fourth. This is the second heat of the Ladbrokes Wet Season Series. for the mid-grade sprinting horses. This over 1100 metres for the 0 to 58 gallopers. Numbers here are 2, 6 and 3. Going with another fresh runner, and that is number 2, Miami Vice. Hasn't raced since Cup Day on the 5th of August, trained by Phil Cole. Raymond Viger aboard. Showed good ability in its last campaign, did Miami Vice. And even though this might be a little on the short side for him, the 1100, I think he'll take plenty of beating. As I say, he's got plenty of abilities, the winner of 2 and a 2 from 14 starts, and he was also the 3-year-old of the year last season. So 2 on top for me, Miami Vice. Ahead of number 6, the stablemate Houston Star, also from the Cole stable. Wanderson de Villa visits again, takes them out. This horse was impressive winning his maiden here at his first start on the 5th of November, Melbourne Cup Day. In fact, she's a mare. She's a 4-year-old mare by Magnus, is Houston Star. No reason to suggest she won't race well again. And in for third, number 3, Canada Bay. 5-year-old by Vancouver, trained by Tom Logan. Sonia in the saddle. Last start winner here on the 19th of October. So had 6 weeks in between runs, but I think Canada Bay goes all right, or goes pretty well on the fresh side, so that won't be an impediment. So numbers in the 4th are 2, 6 and 3. And the last over the 1600 metres is the Silks Darwin Christmas Mega Raffle on the 18th of December handicap. Gee, that's a mouthful. That's 1600 metres for the day, benchmark 76. Not the strongest benchmark 76 I've ever seen, mind you. 1, 3, 4, my numbers, going with number 1, Tub Thumper. She was back in winning form last time out. That was Melbourne Cup Day over 1300. Wanderson de Villa rides for Phil Cole. She steps up to the mile, but of course she won the Guineas as a 3-year-old over this trip, so it should hold no fears for her. And she was very good the other day, and I think can go on with the job. Number 1, Tub Thumper. In for second, another last start winner. Number 3, A Big Chance, trained by Chris Pollard. Hannah LeBlanc visits from Victoria, The Apprentice, and A Big Chance won here also on Melbourne Cup Day. That was over this trip of a mile, admittedly up in grade. That was a 64, this is a benchmark 76, but not the strongest lineup as I mentioned earlier. So A Big Chance in to run second, and in for third, number 4, Awesome Lad. Phil Cole trains, Wayne Davis aboard, getting up to a trip more in keeping with what he wants. The 1600 metres, he's been racing over 1300. Back to the mile, I think will suit him. His last start 4th behind Tub Thumper. Even though he finished 4th of 4, I didn't think it was bad, and the extra trip will certainly suit him. Numbers in the last are 1, 3 and 4. Best bet on what's a nice little card of Friday afternoon racing. Best bet is race 3, number 5, Motivated Miss. Race 3, number 5, Motivated Miss, the best of the day. While the best roughie in the last, race 5, number 2, Cormorant. Race 5, number 2, Cormorant. If he's going to get back to anywhere near his best form, this is the race to do it in. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk. We'll be back again next Friday for our second Friday in successive weeks. That, of course, will be the 6th of December. So until next week, good luck and good punting.